Good morning, Flosstube. This is Kimberly Ann, and I'm back with video number 15. Thank you for coming. If you're a subscriber, thank you so much. We have almost reached 100. I think we're at 97 or 98. When we hit 100, I will do a giveaway. I did one at 50, so now we're going to do one at 100. If you're new here and you like what you see, hit the like and subscribe button below so you don't miss any future content. I try to do weekly videos. However, this one is coming to you 2 weeks instead of a week because I took a week off. So I have some stitching to show you. I have a good bit of stitching on a few projects, not many projects, but a good bit of stitching. So a little bit of life stuff. Last week I was having a really bad week with all the mess going on in the world. I just was not having a good week. My anxiety was crazy, so I took the week off from stitching pretty much. And besides that, all of last weekend, the last 2 weeks, my husband and I have been helping my parents do some painting and remodeling around their house, do some house repairs, because at the end of the month they're planning on retiring, so that way when they retire they don't have to worry about all that. So we've been pretty busy painting and sanding and changing outdoors and stuff. So with all that going on, 2 weeks ago I didn't really stitch at all. I think I spent like maybe 15 minutes in a week stitching. I just wasn't feeling it. I was feeling funky. So I didn't do a video last week like I normally do, because I would have literally been like, this is what I have, thank you. So this past week I was feeling a lot better. Even though we worked a lot at my parents' house, I was feeling a lot better. I actually got a lot of stitching done, so I planned on trying to catch up and do one like Thursday or Friday, but then that tropical storm started to form and we were prepping for that because I live on the coast. And then even though we were stuck inside all weekend with the storm, the power kept flickering on and off, and so I knew even if I was able to film on the battery on my iPad, I knew I would not be able to get to upload it till this week anyway because of the internet being terrible. Even yesterday it was horrible. So we made out okay in the storm. We lived just a little bit off the beach, but we didn't get any flooding. Our county got a ton of flooding. About 3 minutes away from my house, right along the beach, they had to rescue people from the Silver Slipper Casino, both customers and employees, in the deuce and a half trucks from the fire department. They did that all day Sunday because the water started coming in a lot faster and a lot higher than what the meteorologist predicted, because I think it took a little last minute jog. And so where we live is kind of Louisiana wraps like this, and then Mississippi wraps like this, and we live like right here. So it's like a big bowl, so as the water pushes in, it just keeps puddling up. And the Silver Slipper is like 2 minutes away from my house. It's literally like right through the woods. So it was pretty close, but we didn't get any water. The worst thing we have is when I'm done with this, I have to go out in the yard and spend the day picking up branches and stuff and checking on plants. I had to go in the backyard and check the fence. I think everything is okay. I just got a lot of crap to pick up. So hopefully everybody watching, if you're local or if you're on the coast somewhere else, hopefully you didn't get any flooding or damage either. I'm surprised that on day 3 of the hurricane season, we already had 3 named systems, but you know, it is what it is. Maybe that's a good sign. We'll get it out of the way before the water gets too hot to where we get major storms this year. Okay, so I have no haul. I have not done any shopping. I've been super busy. I got tons of stuff. I love to shop, but I didn't really have any reason to buy anything. I didn't even buy any floss. So I have no haul. Last week, I spent one day dyeing a ton of fabric, and I put it in my Etsy shop, and half of it is gone already. So if you shared my link or, viewed my shop, even if you didn't purchase, I appreciate it. And if you haven't seen my shop, you can stop by. It's That's So Kimberly on Etsy, and so is spelled S-E-W. And I usually put it in the comment box below. I'll put my information on contacting me, and I usually add that in there. And I also have the link on my bio on Instagram. I have a link tree, and it's on there. All right, so let me get straight into showing you what I worked on. And bear with me, I did not take any pictures 2 weeks ago of where I was when I did my last video. And it's been 2 weeks, so if I show you something and I'm not quite accurate on where I started from the last video, I apologize. Because I have not written anything down. I've been like super busy, so when I do stitch, it's like I sit down, stitch real quick, and then put it away. So I haven't really had a chance to write it down. So my calendar for the end of last month and this month is bare. Like I have no clue what I did. So I'm going to start with the smallest progress that I had. I started this the day that the space shuttle was originally supposed to launch. I think that was the 21st maybe? I don't know. But anyway, it is on Galaxy Fabric by Misty. And that, whoops, actually I think I got it upside down. Yes, I do. So this little piece right here that I have stitched is the beginning of the earth. And let me show you that pattern. It is called Astronauts and Balloons. I mean Astronaut and Planets. And it's so hard to see on here because, oh Lord, look at me. Y'all, I'm not functioning well this morning. So it's Astronauts and Balloons, and this is where I started. I don't remember what happened that day. Something happened that day, and I had to put it up, and I forgot I had started it. And when I was digging this morning to get my stuff out, I was like, oh, I never worked on space. So that will get more work this week. Let's see. So the next thing I worked on, I actually worked on this one day at the splash pad with some of the grandkids. And it's actually for my oldest granddaughter. Because like I said before, the hair reminds me of her. So the last time you saw it, I had the writing on this side, all over her head, and about to right here on her dress. So I've done all of her dress, more of this. I think I did 5 peaks on this, and then the first word of black. So I got a good little bit of stitching on her. I can't wait to get her finished and iron her out. She is just so darn cute. She is so cute. She really does remind me of my granddaughter when she was little, my oldest granddaughter. When she was little, she'd wake up from her nap and her hair would be like all over the place. And I'd say, Millie, let me fix your hair. And she's like, no, Gigi, I like it. So she just ran around with crazy bushy hair. And that's just fine. I mean, she's like me. She don't care what anybody thinks. She just don't. I've always told her you don't have to worry about what other people think about you because it's not your business, it's theirs. As long as you're doing the right thing and you know you are, and don't worry about what everybody else is saying. And that keeps her from dealing with a lot of drama because she really does follow that. And I'm so proud of that. Okay, so the next one I want to show you is Sirena by LilasStudio. I still have not decided how I'm going to finish this one. I mean, I've got a while, but I'm trying to figure out how, what the heck? Okay, give me a minute. I was stitching on this at like midnight last night, and for some reason I pinned it closed. And I just did it again. Goodness gracious, y'all. Probably should go back to bed and start over. So this one I'm not using the call for colors. I'm just using stuff out of stash. But this is how far I got. The last time I showed you, I think I just had, well, actually I think I had like this part of the tail. All the dark blue was done, and then this part of the tail was filled in. So, and the key. So I've done all the rest of the tail, the body, the hair, and then the 3 fish. And she is just gorgeous. I wish y'all could see. it's not picking up on camera. But this color right here is one strand of silver, or like a very light silver, and one strand of baby blue. I forget the numbers. I think I have them posted on my Instagram. But I just blended them together because I didn't really have anything in my stash that would go with that kind of peacocky blue-green color I had. And I just kind of threw floss down, and I liked the silver and I liked the baby blue, but I was like, it's not going to look good by itself. So I was like, well, let me just try one of each. If I don't like it, I'll tear it out. It wouldn't be the first time. And I absolutely love it. It is so cute. It's really, really shiny. But now that I've done that, I've changed those colors. I changed the color of the fish. The hair is actually the colors it calls for, and the skin is the color it calls for. But the fish called for a Weeks Dye Works color that I didn't have, and it called for 044. Or no, it was Krynic that I didn't have, or 044 of DMC. I had Blue Topaz by Weeks Dye Works in my stash, so I used that, and I really like the way it came out. But now that I've changed all those, I'm going to have to go change the colors of other stuff so I don't end up with too much blue. So I'm just kind of winging it as I go. Okay, the next project I showed you last time, and I worked on this time, was Freedom by Rovaris. And this is on Deal by Picture This Plus. It's 18 count. The Sirena is on Da Vinci by Picture This Plus, and it's also 18 count. So what I did on here, I think the last time I showed you I had the ST. So what I've done is this star and most of this banner here, I just have to put the white. And then I think I just have to finish stars here, or this says stripes in red, stars in white, and then I'm just left with the border. So I'm pretty much halfway done with it. I worked on this late last night for just a few minutes. That's why I only got those 2 pieces done. But it will get more work this morning after I go out in the yard and do some work cleaning up. So I really need to go check on my plants. I have peppers and tomatoes, and I need to go see how they're doing. And then the last thing is Halloween Quaker. Y'all, my allergies are killing me. All that wind is knocking the pollen down. Okay, I think the last time I showed you, I had all of this, part of the owl, and part of this. Or no, I think I was finished with this. And I had part of this plant. So I've done the rest of the plant, the flower, and a little more than half of the cat motif. And I actually worked on this section of it while I was on a Zoom chat with some of my friends in Australia, my stitchy friends that Nicole from Darvana Lee Designs organized. She's going to do that like every once in a while. And it's a private invite kind of thing for our group. But my husband was laughing because I was the only American on the call. And he just loves their accent. So Nicole, if you're watching, my husband just loves your voice. But we always get sidetracked and we start to talk about crazy things. And one of them had found a snake in their house, and then we got sidetracked like on a whole nother tangent of snakes and spiders and stuff. And I'm always teasing Nicole and saying that I really want to see Australia because from the TV it's so beautiful, but it never fails. Every time I tell her that, I say, but I'm scared of all the critters you have there. And it never fails. Within the next couple of days, the show Australia's Deadliest or Australia's Worst Beast or something like that, it's the name of it, on the Discovery Channel. It always seems to come on like within a couple of days of me telling her that. And the other day, one of the girls was saying they found a snake in their house and that they sent their dog to go get the snake or whatever. And we got sidetracked about spiders and snakes and how much I do not like them. And most of those girls don't like them either. Well, they're like, oh, but I've only seen one, in the last 10 years or whatever. And I'm like, well, I see more than that here. The difference is 99% of our snakes are not poisonous, and even the poisonous ones won't kill you right away. More than half of their critters will kill you within a couple of minutes. And my husband was cracking up laughing because we were all talking about these critters and how icky they are. And he's sitting on the bed just giggling, trying not to be too loud, but he was over there giggling. I kept having to pause the video because he's cracking up laughing at us. And he's like, yeah, go visit Australia. Go see your friend Nicole. You're going to do well there. And I'm like, just leave me alone. Like, one day I'm going to have to be brave and go see all these critters for myself. Right now, seeing them in the zoo behind the glass is good for me, even though I don't like them being caged up. That's about as close as I want to get right now. So maybe one day when I get really old, because I'm already old, I will get the bravery to go to Australia. So let's see. That is all of my stitching. Like I said, I was super, super busy last week. I'm hoping to get probably twice as much stitching done this week. I do want to take one day and sew some stuff from my Etsy shop. But other than that, hubby's back to work, so I should be able to just do whatever I want. So I shouldn't have too many interruptions. I should be able to get a good bit of stitching done. I would like to try to get... I definitely want to try to get Freedom finished since I'm halfway done. I do want to get a good bit more work in on Sirena. I want to get everything done but the border on Mary. That's a goal for this week on Miss Mary Mack. And I absolutely have to pull out Mary Needleworker because of the sale that we're doing. It is still going on. It's a no rules kind of sale. With me, me, Bree from Bree Stitching Stuff, and Becky from Getting Stitchy With It are doing the stitch along for Lindy Stitches, Mary Needleworker, and the hashtag is hashtag Friends of Mary Sal. Like I said, no rules, just kind of start and finish whenever you feel like it. Lord knows if we had rules, I'd have been kicked out by now because I started full force and then fell flat on my face. But it's time for me to take her back out of timeout and get busy on her. So Halloween Quaker will probably go back into timeout for about a week. And if I accomplish some of those things, then I want to start Old Glory and Honeybee from the Cup series by Priscilla and Chelsea, Stitching with the Housewives. I bought both of those patterns. So actually I did have haul, I just don't have them printed out yet. But I want to start those two, but I'm not starting them until I get at least one of these things accomplished that I just mentioned, because I'm getting way too far ahead of myself with the WIPs, and then when I see something new, I want to start it, and I can't because I keep saying, oh, you got too many WIPs. So then what happens is I'll jump on one WIP and focus on that, and then everything else gets left in the dust. So, that's about it. No comments on the State of the Union right now. It's crazy. Everybody knows it. The news is driving it into our heads whether we want to hear it or not. The only thing I have to say is please be kind to one another. Don't let hate show. If you have hate in your heart, keep your mouth shut. I love everybody. Don't have preferences. So with that being said, hope everyone has a happy stitching week. You get lots of good happy mail in the mailbox this week. Yeah, have fun. Enjoy the beginning of summer. If it's summer where you live, if it's fall where you live, enjoy that. Try to be happy, be nice, love one another, and have a great day. Bye.